Hey y'all! And welcome to the Sorry Not Sorry Generation podcast, where we bring you a not-so-healthy dose of humor and reality as we get our hands dirty with some serious nostalgia and question everything.
Let's dive in.
Hey y'all!
Hey y'all!
It's Misty.
It's Ani.
And today we're giving you a little bit of a throwback with the 1999 classic version of Sleepy Hollow.
I call it I pre-warned Misty that this would be a mini Harry Potter reunion of the dead.
Because I have not seen this movie. So I was going to say I don't think I've seen this movie. I can just tell you I have not seen this movie. I can guarantee you I have not seen this movie. Like that, it's not a question. It's not a maybe. I just have not seen this movie.
You just know that this movie is not familiar to you whatsoever.
Yeah, like there's and to be fair, the amount of like young Johnny Depp movies I've seen are pretty limited.
I have a feeling I'm going to know the answer to this question I'm about to ask you, but have you seen 21 Jump Street?
No, of course not. God's no. It doesn't even look like an interesting movie. Absolutely not.
No. Not the new one. This used to be a show.
No. I'm aware of what you're talking about.
Okay.
The answer is still no.
Still no.
It's still a no. It's always going to be a no. There's never a yes in that. No, absolutely. It just doesn't ever. I've seen maybe fractions of it, and it's fine. So, but you know me and my taste in movies.
I know.
In all honesty, if it's one of those kinds of movies, like it's a little bit of a throwback or whatever, if my mom didn't show it to me, I probably did not watch it. And I mean, she's not a Johnny Depp fan, but she's not enough of a Johnny Depp fan to like.
Oh yeah, I found all this shit on my own. Yeah, whatever algorithm that was on the actual like TV screens and programming, whatever. If they had algorithms back then, I doubt it. But if they did, it found me.
We are going to watch Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp, and when he was much younger looking and his hair was a lot cleaner looking. I love Johnny Depp, but he always looks like he needs a shower.
He looks like he's always perpetually going to be Jack Sparrow from now on.
He does. I don't think it was Johnny Depp playing a character as Jack Sparrow. I think it was just Johnny Depp in pirate costume. And I've seen a lot of people on the internet, like when you look at clips of Pirates of the Caribbean, and like, did they just put these people on a boat and tell them to play pretend and like give them no direction at all? Because this is really strange and wild in some parts. Like, did they just tell them just like go have a good time and just let them go?
That's probably what they told Johnny. They're just like, you know what? Here's your costume. Go.
Yeah, have fun. Oh, it's a
like
shame.
Everyone else is in character and they're acting and they have scripts, and Johnny's just like, fuck it.
Yeah, it's a shame that Disney fucked him over so much and we won't get any more. But then again, they shouldn't have made any after the third one anyway. They should have just left it alone. They should not have tried to break into more. And it's just like, please don't do that.
Agreed.
Like, no more sequels. I'm done with sequels. Except for The Princess Diaries 3. They can do that one. I'll accept that.
All right, Sleepy Hollow, 1999. Johnny Depp is Ichabod Crane, an investigator determined to stop the murderous Headless Horseman. With a solid cast.
The original plot of Sleepy Hollow?
Ichabod?
Yeah.
Ichabod Crane?
Oh, okay. That ad whispering. I hate that. In my headphones? Fuck that.
That was an ad for A Quiet Place, day one.
Quiet Place, yeah, day one.
You're just like, no.
No. That was way grosser than it needed to be. It wasn't creepy either. It was just like, that was just the reaction style.
Totally random, but are you a fan of Kevin Smith at all?
Oh, okay. I very vaguely recognize him, but not enough to tell you anything about anything.
So he Jay and Silent Bob. That's like his most popular thing. But also Dogma. I would really like to watch Dogma with you. And now that the Harvey Weinstein shit is all over and like it's Dogma is free of all that shit, Kevin Smith said that he's going to...
What? Confused. I was just like, look at this dude's like filmography. It has like Tusk, a weird looking movie, and
Tusk is Oh my god. Doug made me watch Tusk with zero. He wouldn't let me look it up at all. I knew absolutely nothing about this film, and I was traumatized.
Valid. I was looking at it and I'm like, I think that's the only movie I've heard of, but he's got some other weird looking ones on here. And then you're just like Harvey Weinstein. Like, what am I gonna do to just parody movies? And you're just like Harvey Weinstein. Okay. What are we doing? Also, we probably shouldn't watch Harvey Weinstein movies on the podcast.
No, the thing is, like, Miramax was the one that I guess produced Dogma.
Okay.
You haven't no one's been able to purchase a copy of Dogma since like 2005, and like it's been one of his greatest films. Like not Harvey, it's Kevin. One of Kevin's greatest films has been Dogma, and now that because I read an article the other day that said like now that the Harvey Weinstein shit's over, and like it's Dogma is free from Harvey and all his bullshit. Kevin's now gonna take it on tour. It's gonna be re-released in all different formats again, and I'm just like, yes.
Is Harvey Weinstein involved with Dogma?
Well, he was the one that owned Miramax, which was the production company.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just like, how?
He had no hand in like the script or whatever. Like Dogma is Kevin's baby.
Yeah. Okay.
But like Harvey's the one that paid for it, basically.
Okay. Because I was just like, so okay. Now that we've
and I will tell you this and only this. Snape is in it, and he plays an angel.
Okay.
With no body part, like no actual genitalia, and he shows you. He calls himself a Ken doll.
Okay. Okay.
Yay! And with that, we go into Sleepy Hollow. Yes, we're gonna watch Dogma one day. Yay! Lost Will and Testament of who?
Look at all the fancy cursive
That the new generation can't do.
It's a lot clearer than a lot of old historical documents in cursive, to be fair. Because some of them are just pretty flat.
Extremely flat. It's like, are you even writing letters, or is it just like a EKG machine?
Are people understanding the words that you're saying? Because I will say, I've had to read a lot of historical documents for like classes and stuff like that. Sometimes when I read some of these like really cursive ones, I have to go get my mom. I'm like, what does this say? Because her signature is that same way. It's just almost completely flat. And I'm just like, what is this? And 9 chances out of 10, she can read it. Sometimes it's just like almost just a flat line, and you're just like, it's anybody's guess what that is. So
yeah. So the Van Garrett Will and Testament has been signed, witnessed, and now we're in a carriage off to I don't know where, passing a scarecrow
with a pumpkin on its head. Did they even do scarecrows back then? I don't know. If that's
what
a stupid
year
question,
is this?
don't anybody at me.
This takes place in 1790.
1790. Okay.
A few years after the revolution.
I want to ride in a horse-drawn carriage, but I don't want to ride in one with a headless driver or that's being chased by a headless horseman.
No?
Out there in the universe. So
I don't think it'd be fun.
What I don't understand is why he just jumped out of the carriage when I would have tried to climb on top and then just take control of the carriage.
Yeah. Or just get on the horse.
Of course, I don't know how complicated it is to unhook the horse, but
it's complicated, and it's not like it takes a lot of finesse, but it's not that hard to hold on and just go. And Van Garrett is bye.
Bye, Van. Oh, look, it says New York City, 1799. Those cobblestones.
Technically, they should be using turnips at this point.
Oh yeah, that's true.
For the jack-o'-lanterns, and I believe the pumpkins didn't start being used until like the 1800s.
I love how Johnny Depp is standing on this dock, looking at a dead body floating in the water, and he's like, "Come quick! I might have found something." And I'm like, "Yeah, you did! Whole dead dude in the water." Also, he turns his head, but like when he does, he turns like his whole shoulders, like he can't fully turn his head left or right.
He's a little neurotic.
The actor or the character?
The character. He's also slightly squeamish of his actual job. He loves what he does, but like he's fascinated with what he does.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's also just like, that's gross.
Yeah, but, like, when he turns, it's like he's got a pinched nerve in his neck, so he, like, has to turn his shoulders with his head.
Oh, look, there's Sauron.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Sauron.
Sauron's the judge. He just told the judge that in my job we use our brains to find
Yeah,
clues.
that's a really great thing to tell somebody who just threatened to throw you in jail.
He's being sent to a little town 2 days north called. Can you guess it?
Okay, let me guess. Prithian.
Ah, close. No.
Oh, okay,
Think more under the
Forks.
mountain.
Forks.
Oh, if forks met under the mountain, how's that?
Moria.
Moria. It could be Moria. We have Sauron.
The prisoners in, like wait a minute, is that I know this probably isn't who that is. I know it's actually probably, like, 99.9% not who that is. But tell me the guy in the Iron Maiden doesn't look a little bit like Arthur Weasley.
It does, but it's not him.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't think it is, but it really looks like Arthur Weasley.
Oh, look at those old school tools.
With the serrated knives. A lot of curved serrated knives.
His little birdie.
What a way to pick up a bird. Jesus. Whole hand. Pwang!
Your carriage awaits, sir. Mysterious theme playing.
I like how we're so many minutes into this movie and then it's just and across the screen it has Johnny Depp. And you're just like, yeah, okay.
Christina Ricci.
Like
Sleepy Hollow.
Tree
That's all the cast you get.
Yeah, there's just 2 people in this. All of the roles are played just by Johnny Depp and Christina Ricci.
Oh, there's more.
Okay, there's one more. Okay, we get one more person. Okay. 2. Oh my god.
No.
Okay.
Miranda Richardson, Michael Gambon.
So, well, we do have to name Sauron. They could have really just put Sauron on there, but I guess like we can like whatever.
They haven't even gone to Sauron yet.
Well, that's true, but cause like the books, Tolkien's books were written before this movie was made. So, but then again, you could also argue that the story is older than Tolkien. So,
It is.
yeah, because Tolkien didn't die that long ago, which is weird to think about. But why do I know the name Michael Gambon? Who's that? Is that Dumbledore?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
How did you put the name of the Goblet of Fire? That one.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just like, wait a minute. I'm thinking about the wrong old wizard. Different old wizards. Yes. There are many. There are 3.
The Legend of Sleepy Hollow was first published in 1819.
Yeah, so that's definitely older. I like how it went from being definitely in color to being black and white to just being Twilight blue. He looks like he's wearing headphones. The string, like the lining of his jacket comes up so high to his ears. It looks like he has headphone cords coming out of his ears. It's exactly what it looks like. Holy shit.
I love how frightened he is of everything. It's like, sir, you are a medical examiner.
I'd be afraid. Mostly of the plague, but yeah.
This was after the plague. Because this is in the Americas. The plague didn't hit us until you have other things like cholera and
we've COVID, had plagues, just not
we've had plagues.
We've had many a plague.
Not the bubonic one.
Yes. Well, we've had it in the 21st century. There were cases in like Michigan or something like that. Of
that's right.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that the bubonic plague was back.
Yeah.
I'm like, are people taking notes from NCIS now? Like,
I thought of that too. I remember thinking that. I was just like, oh, okay. Yes, we know where Tony is.
Tony, stop puffing the weird material in the envelopes.
Yeah, it was made to look like it was an anthrax threat.
Yeah.
In NCIS. God, everything looks filthy, doesn't it?
Yeah, well.
I mean, I get it, but
there's no indoor plumbing.
I'm just like, it doesn't take that much to just like wipe something off, but whatever. It's fine. They had bigger problems there. This town that Johnny Depp has walked into is clearly heavily fortified, but it looks like it's heavily fortified against like sieges. Like it has spikes coming out of pretty much everything. It's very, very strange.
Well, I guess when you don't know what your enemy is, or where it's coming from.
Oh, he shows up onto a porch to some old people making out.
He shows up to a party.
He shows up to a party.
I always found it hard or difficult to picture Christina Ricci as anything other than Wednesday Addams. Also, Casper. Here's the asshole.
He looks familiar. Why does he look familiar?
He also is a dick. Oh
Oh,
look,
he looks like a
it's
dick, but he
Dumbledore.
looks like a familiar dick.
It's true. Let's see.
Okay, I do not think I would recognize Dumbledore if it wasn't for the fact that his voice is so unique sounding.
His name is Casper Van Dien.
The character or the man?
No, the actor, because his character name is Brom Van Brunt.
How do you spell it? It's literally just K-A. Van Dien.
C-A-S-P-E-R.
Why are you familiar? Why are you familiar? Casper Van Dien.
The door slowly opening.
Why
Look at
do I know him?
You know him? You know him?
Well, yeah, I know the Harry Potter dude. I was talking about Casper Van Dien.
I know.
Why do I know this man? There it is. Sharktopus versus Whale Wolf. That's what it is.
I'm sorry. You know him
and Christmas Twister. Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Sharktopus versus Whale Wolf and Christmas Twister. I'm just like, I'm pretty sure he's been in these stupid movies that I watch, and I'm just like, you look really familiar.
I have
Probably
another
not for a
stupid movie
great
for
reason.
you.
Oh
Yeah, it's called Ratpocalypse.
yeah. Okay.
And he's in it.
Okay, I'll watch it. That's fine.
I love how this entire little like congregation of men are just like, well, how much do you know?
Because he's asking like questions, just like, do we have suspects or whatever? And they're just like, they didn't tell you shit, did they, dude? It's like, no, we didn't find any heads. All of the heads are gone. This looks like a meeting I would predict of like a bad meeting of the
Triwizard Council? I don't know. Wizengamot. That one?
Knights of Walpurgis. That was Tom Riddle's original Death Eaters. The Knights of Walpurgis with like Lucius's dad and stuff like that. The original order he went to school with. That's what it reminds me of.
Fair.
I couldn't remember how to pronounce the Walpurgis part.
And we have a very toothy Christopher Walken. He's a Hessian.
And he's super broken up about his poor horse. He has.
I mean, wouldn't you be?
Oh, absolutely, of course. He has spurs and vampire teeth. Okay. And he looks like his wig is a hedgehog.
His teeth match his hair.
Fair. Very fair. That's a
Little
shitty
brat.
little girl. Like, he runs into these little girls in the woods and he tells them to, like, be quiet. And the little girl looks right at him and breaks a twig.
And she stays behind to watch.
Uh-huh.
Chopped off his head with his own sword. I guess when they buried his body, it was the seed of evil.
And his horse is very upset about it.
Johnny
Depp's holding the teacup and it is just shaking. It's like, great, why am I here?
It's like, no, they definitely didn't tell me everything.
Nope, didn't tell me that, not at all. No.
And Lydia and Mr. Dietz just gave him a fucking family tree.
It gave him a whole ass Bible and it said, this is really the only book you need.
Murder needs no ghost to come from the grave.
They're like, the assassin's a man of flesh and blood, and I will discover him. And Dumbledore's looking at you like, yeah, well, we'll plan your funeral next.
It's what everyone expects.
Mm-hmm.
Those spikes are just around the outpost.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what are we watching for? Okay, the mist is doing something weird.
Really weird, and purposely, like, it is reaching out specifically to put out the torches, and only the torches.
Bunch of deer run out.
Running from something.
I hear hoofbeats.
How do you really expect to kill a guy
That's
that doesn't have
dead?
a head? So why did you get out of the fort? And why are you staying on the road?
Probably because if he stays still, he's dead meat anyways.
No, I'm just thinking run into the forest where it's a lot harder for the horse to run.
Again, Misty, common sense.
Yeah, exactly.
They do not have such things.
They have geese, though.
Need any help? You call my name. What if I can't call?
Right?
Oh, the midwife. The horseman's killed again.
And Johnny Depp looks terrified and is being dragged off by a horse.
Johnny, do you need help?
He's like, good, horsey. You gotta kind of admit, like, there wasn't... What he's standing on is not really a road like it was when he was killed.
It's not a paved road.
Looks kind of like Bill Weasley. It's not Bill Weasley, but it looks like Bill Weasley.
It's the red hair.
The Weasley that was part of the Knights of Walpurgis. The secret
The
past they
one
don't
no
want you
one
to
ever
know.
talks about.
Exactly.
Can I ask why the hands are aligned to like kind of cross themselves? Like he just whacked this guy over the head. Sorry, he beheaded him while on his horse. Like, did he get off to repose the man?
Well, maybe Dumbledore did it.
Fair. It's like we know who this is. We don't need a head.
And he's like, dramatic pause of like, shit, you're right. No, but then why did he remove it?
You must never move the body. Why? Just because
Because
you could damage evidence.
he didn't even give like an explanation. He just went, because
Because would they even listen to him if he gave an explanation? No.
he's galloping like a horse. Yes, everybody knows that. He's galloping around and he's like, well, they rode this way, and then they turned around, they came back, and they took the head. And I'm like, yep, they knew that before you got here.
Now he's doing his little medical examiner tricks.
What?
His glasses are the best.
Okay, giant psycho glasses.
Magnifying glasses, looking right into all that blood and gore.
Blah. I'm with him. Blah. 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 Gross, 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 gross.
Is that the reaction you make every time you see a bug?
It is if I was that close to one.
Fair.
I like how he has to look away because he just keeps getting scared.
He's like, oh, it's gross, it's gross, it's gross.
Oh,
Seeing Mr. Dietz as the minister is kind of weird.
fair.
But hey, what can you do? It's like, how's your first week go, or your first day going, Johnny, at the, sorry, Mr. Crane?
Just like,
It's like, oh, I attended, a
a
funeral, a
funeral.
murder. And this kid's like, well, that was my dad, and I'm the only kid, so it's just me
And
with that name now.
he doesn't even seem to have a mom either, so it's just him.
Poor kid's like, my mom's already dead, my dad's gonna be with her now. And you have no one, I have no one. Team up.
And the kid's like, I could work for you. And Johnny's immediately like, nope.
Yes, Mr. Dursley. Massabeth was the 5th, not the 4th victim.
Okay.
5 victims and 4 graves.
5 victims and 4 graves.
Which
They
means one
didn't
of
tell
them
him
was
who the
pregnant.
extra victim was.
Means one of them was pregnant.
Yeah. And Johnny immediately changes his mind.
And we have now dug up all 5 victims.
It's really disgusting to me that they're opening coffins with their mouths just not covered with anything, their hands not covered with anything.
I mean, isn't that what the fabric napkin is for?
Yeah, but like I would have been putting that over my face well before that point.
Just barging
And
into the.
they bring the widow's body in.
We need to operate. Operate. She's dead. It's like, but she's dead. It's like he's like, yes, I know. I need the table.
Yes. Like everybody's aware she's dead.
Now, your reasoning for wanting to cover your mouth when they're digging up these graves, is there like a timeline? Or just any dead body, like even if it's like an hour or 2 dead?
You should always be doing it because the second like people are, because like especially the longer that they're dead, the gases and the germs and the buildup and everything. It's pretty gross.
Okay.
If you're around a
Like that
body
was
that's
my thought.
very
When
recently dead, then you risk getting DNA on them because I'm assuming you murdered them. At any point once they're dead, it's just not a good idea to breathe any of
Because like that was my first thought when I was watching Josh Gates and open
that.
up one of these, newfound sarcophagi with Doctor.
Oh, poor Johnny.
Yeah,
Just
that
blood
little
all over
squirt of
him.
blood on his face. Oh yeah, so when they open that, sarcophagus, it's just like you're not wearing a mask, and it's just all this ancient old dust,
Yeah,
debris, whatever.
yeah, you definitely should be wearing a mask. That's where the theory of the curse of King Tut came from. Because
Ah,
all those years ago, they opened all of his shit and were just free breathing, and a bunch of them got sick. Yeah, because it's really ancient germs, my dude.
okay, that's fair.
It's just smarter just to cover your face when dealing with any kind of dead anything, no matter how long, how short it's been dead. Just really.
So what you're telling me is that I should not be sticking my face into my pet's fur after they pass.
Probably not. No.
Oh, well, I've
Or
done it
just
enough
don't
times. I'm immune
inhale
at this point.
deeply. Okay, so Johnny's on a bridge. He hears
There's
something.
always a bridge.
Yeah, there's especially in Sleepy Hollow. Always a bridge. He sees a headless dude holding a pumpkin on a horse, and it starts chasing him down a magically appearing road.
And we're running. We get
And everybody
oh,
stops for dramatic pause. He gets a fiery pumpkin thrown at him,
pumpkin
like
ball.
a pumpkin grenade,
Really
and then the
launch in
Headless
his face.
Horseman runs
Runs
off.
off. Only it's not the Headless Horseman.
It's the asshole.
It's the asshole.
Christmas twister dude.
Little baby Ichabod with his mummy. In his memories, his mom never talks, which is weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
So we're burning the flowers to have the aroma. And his dad, who's some, creepy looking preacher dude, probably being like, witchcraft. Like, it's just a scent, dude.
Yeah.
She's putting your child to sleep. What do you want?
Yeah. It's just like, do you want him to behave and to sleep well? Then shut up and leave me alone.
I love how he doesn't put the candle down to pour his water. He's just holding it.
Yeah, just holding a lit candle.
Oh, excuse me. It's like, no, I come here to read. So Lady Van Tassel is the woman that used to take care of Christina Ricci's mom.
That's a little suspicious, isn't it? Like Christina Ricci's mom gets sick, this lady takes care of her, and then her mom dies, and then this lady becomes the new wife.
Lady Van Tassel, yeah.
That's a little sus.
That's suspicious.
Yeah.
It's like, I remember being poor when we were in the cottage. Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Sure, random.
Isn't it super dangerous in 1799 for a girl to be walking around with a book that just says spells on it?
Right?
She's like, you should keep it on you because it's protection against harm, and he's just like, it's probably a good idea. He's like, yeah, that's considering the dreams he just had. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine having to try to figure out how to sit on a horse with that many fucking layers of skirt?
Ugh, I don't even want to imagine that. So here's
The thing
what
too is
remains of the cottage.
if your skirts like go out too far, like it's over the back end of the horse, like the horse could just shit all over your skirts.
It's true. Johnny's trying not to have like a panic attack.
It's just like, oh, things are making a little too much sense. I don't like it. It's
I don't like it.
Symbols he recognizes, things he knows.
On one side, a robin. On the other, an empty cage. And now you spin it. Magic! Optics, optical illusions.
He's explaining the new concept of optical illusions.
The new concept. I forgot the term again, but the pre-Death Eaters are mingling.
The Knights of Walpurgis are arguing.
Walpurgis, that one.
How come Mr. Dursley knew there was another victim?
I think they all knew.
That's fair.
But Mr. Dursley's the one getting the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah.
That's suspicious.
I think I would have waited until daylight.
Or at least when everyone was asleep. Oh, not everybody knew. I love how he keeps taking off his wig. I'm like, why bother wearing it at all, man?
And he's just like, do you know who the father was? And he's like, I did.
Are you gonna tell me? No.
No.
What is that thing? He's literally wearing an ankh around his neck.
Yeah. It's like, it's protecting me from the horsemen.
Oh, the sheep are running.
Yep. And the scarecrows are moving. Oh, time to hide.
Alright, is the ankh protecting him?
I don't know, but he doesn't seem to be putting a lot of faith in it. Did not seem to help him, no.
No. But the way his head spun was kind of funny.
That was pretty funny. And the head lands right in his lap.
That's gotta be terrifying. Like, the head lands in his lap. The horseman turns around to come get it. He's got his sword out. I think he's gonna decapitate Johnny, and it's just like, now he's gonna stick it in the skull right between your legs.
Now Crane is hiding in his room.
And he's like telling everyone, it's like, it was the horseman, and they're just like, yes.
He's just calm the fuck down.
It's like, that's why you were sent here.
And they're like, yes, we know. And he's like, you don't know, I was there. And you're like,
they're all just like, we know.
The question is how do people know it's a headless horseman? Because like he's killed everybody that he's come across. So who's starting headless horseman rumors?
And he just passed out from like sheer exhaustion and fear.
Pure fright and everything else. Okay, like he's having a flashback of his mom like blowing dandelions and whatever. There's so much of it in the air. All I can think of just like mass hay fever.
Mass hay fever.
Just jeez. Yeah.
Oh, it would get up your nose and it start tickling.
Mm-hmm. You breathe in, get in your mouth.
Start coughing.
Mm-hmm.
And now mom is just twirling. And she's floating.
Yes.
Is she supposed to be floating?
Probably not. I'm going to
Oh, and now
assume
she's being told to repent by her husband and read the Bible, which
they didn't even like the fact that women could read. They want
I
her to read the Bible.
oh well, I guess mom went into the Iron Maiden.
And they're like, okay. I guess the Knights of Walpurgis are like, well, somebody needs to go get like a real detective and not this dude.
And this is exactly the moment that Ichabod just like, I'm back. We thought you shot your bolt.
Whatever the hell that's supposed to mean.
Probably means we thought you'd lost your knockers.
Yeah. He's like, I need people to go with me into the woods. And he's like, who's with me? And no one. No one except for the kid.
Nobody. Oh, someone had an argument.
Ooh.
I know to the listeners that there's a lot going on in this movie. There's a lot of like dots to connect, and we're not even looking at them. Like we're just going with the flow here. Like
Yeah.
something about Mazba. There are names. Listen, if you want me to remember everyone's name, it needs to be on like a little name card.
No, we're gonna use the names that I have an idea of, like, hey, that's Mr. Dursley, and hey, that's Dumbledore. That's
Yeah,
what you're
but I
gonna
don't
get.
know which one Mr. Mazbeth is.
It's just like it's the kid's dad who's
Oh,
dead.
who's the one that called for his dad? See, I can't keep up.
I think it was the dad of the guy from the Christmas tornado. I like how Johnny's using the child as a shield while he holds a really wonky looking gun. It looks like he's holding the child hostage.
As they hear a woman singing or humming, and it's like this old crone
In a witch hut.
living in yeah.
This is what I picture like the Weaver's hut looking
Yes,
like.
yes, I picture the Weaver in this.
It's like I don't mind if you're a witch. It's cool. It's cool.
Just please don't kill me.
Yeah, each their own.
The little kid just like, do you know the horseman? She tells the little boy to young Mazbeth to just leave and whatever you hear, don't come
Don't come
inside.
back. And the kid's just like, "Yup, bye."
We have something important to say to Mr. Ichabod Crane. And she's now cuffing herself into the wall.
Yeah.
I hear him, I smell the blood,
She shakes a bat in a box.
and then chops its head off. Yeah, yummy, right? At least I know that that's a fake bat.
Yeah.
Don't move or speak. When the other comes, I will hold him.
Okay, what? Johnny just looks confused. He's like, "This is not what I asked about. I just wanted information."
I love how she said, shut up. And he's
And
like, ma'am,
he just won't shut up.
as he gets closer and tries to touch her.
Not something I would do.
With her
Oh, Lord.
eyeballs coming right out her face.
Yeah. I think she really needs to get those chains updated in the walls.
Oh, she told him where to find the horseman.
Yeah.
And then passes out on top of Ichabod. And
The
he's like,
kid's
we're
like,
leaving.
it's just Johnny's like, we're leaving, and the kid's like, what happened? Johnny's like, we are leaving, and the kid's like, yep, I don't need to ask any more questions. Let's fucking go. It's like time to leave, time to run.
Follow the Indian trail to something and you'll find the tree.
The tree of the dead.
And
The kid's
he
like,
just sees something in all white go by.
"Mhm."
What could that possibly be, Ichabod? Is it a
Well,
demon?
I definitely don't think it's the horseman.
In all white? No?
Probably not.
No, you're right. I think green's more his color. Look at that sexy hair.
It's definitely one of his better hairstyles.
Halt and turn. I have a pistol aimed while he's shaking.
Oh yeah. He's pointing it at the girl, Katrina.
White magic. They're about to kiss. It's like, but the kid's like, sorry, but you gotta see this.
It's like, guys, we have way more important shit to do. Like, come on. At
Save the kissy for later.
least the kid's getting stuff done.
Oh, that's a...
Creepy, twisted, dead tree.
Even the tree looks like it's trying to say, help me.
Yeah.
And what are we looking for, Ichabod? Oh, it's the tree is bleeding.
Yeah. So he touches the tree. That he can tell the tree bleeds, and his first thought is to get an axe and chop at the tree and see what happens.
More blood.
Oh, as it gets all over him. That's so disgusting.
Like, wouldn't you try to chop the same area and not, like, just willy-nilly hack away?
Why are you doing it at all? Because quite frankly, I think after I touched it and found there was blood coming from it at all, I would have been good. I wouldn't have needed that much proof.
Well, the witch did say to climb down. For someone who's so squeamish, like, he is all about just gung-ho.
Oh.
I found the heads.
Yep. Oh,
The
there's
guy who
the
didn't believe in
sword.
any of this shit is like, this tree is a gateway between worlds.
Yeah. Science has gone out the window.
And now we found the horseman's sword. Find his resting place and go down into the gateway or something. Well, we
Well,
found his body. What's
he's
left of
not
it.
wearing any clothes, which is a little weird.
It's only been 20 years.
It's like there should be some remnants of clothes.
His head's missing. He's trying to find his own head. And I guess he'll take all those involved in trying to keep his. No. He's being told who to go after.
Ugh.
Oh. He's
Why would you
coming
not
back.
take the sword?
So the horseman has a sword.
Yeah.
Excuse me, what happened to all the blood on his face? It's gone.
It's been several hours. You like to think he cleaned up at some point. Oh yeah, no, just abandon the kid and the chick just at the horseman's creepy grave. That's fine. What are you gonna do if he comes back?
It's fine. Katrina can take care of young Masbeth. Well, look, it's
It's the potential murderer.
back in the days when they would let children hold an open flame.
Yeah.
They're both redheads.
So this is Arthur
She's
Weasley's parents?
sure, or his great grandparents.
I would say, based on the fact that he's probably pretty similar in age to Lucius, and it was Lucius's dad who was in the Knights of Walpurgis, it's probably his parents. Maybe his grandparents, but probably his parents.
Fireplace just went
Crazy.
Yep. The sign on their door says knock before entering, and the horseman just literally axed his
Definitely
way in.
no knocking.
I want to know how he knows where to go without being able to see.
Right? There's a spectral head that you can't see.
It's under the top button of the collar.
There you go. Why would you not get in there with him? I know I would. Well, to be fair, if there's a window in there, I would have gone out the window. I would have broken the window and gone out the window. Now we're just repeating James and Lily.
Honestly, James is dead. Voldemort's holding James's head, and Lily is just cowered in a corner.
Protecting Harry. See, there's more than enough room for her to be in there, too.
It's the underneath of the whole house.
Yeah. Would have crawled in there and then, like, crawled out somewhere else.
Lady, you know he can see you, right? Like, you standing in the corner is not gonna help.
Yeah.
Like, this kid is very quiet.
Mm-hmm. Smart kid. Watches his mom get beheaded.
But, like, even him, like, moving around, like, he's being very quiet.
Yeah.
Props to this kid.
Yeah.
Try that with kids nowadays. They can barely learn to shut the fuck up.
And now the horseman is trying to break through the floor. And the kid gets grabbed.
Well, after all that, I'd start screaming too.
Yeah, me too. Fuck. Alright. Christmas tornado dude's taking a shot. Hits him. Good for
Christmas
him.
tornado dude.
I would have reloaded that gun before I'd gotten off that horse, Mr. Tornado. Yeah, you should probably be pretty afraid. Now you're gonna try and reload it. It takes so fucking long to reload one of these damn guns.
It's a musket, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
He has to pour gunpowder down it and then put the bullets in it and just please behead this man. I do not like him.
Oh, no. Knife to the leg. See, he's not after you, you idiot.
Like, he won't attack you unless you attack him first.
And the flintstock pistols and musket. Oh, well, there you go.
He just cut that dude in half. It's like, fuck his head. I'm just gonna cut this man in half. Bye, Christmas Tornado.
It's like, he's not on my list. I don't want his head.
Bye, Christmas Tornado.
Bye-bye. So another Sleepy Hollow one. Do you remember watching Air Bud?
Yeah.
So the kid that found Buddy,
Yeah.
the boy that adopted the dog, it's him older, and he plays Ichabod Crane basically, but like it's more like modern day high school. Yeah.
A modern day high school Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah, like his name is not Ichabod, it's Crane, but like it's something Crane, so he's of that lineage. Yeah. And they end up in Sleepy Hollow, and he's like, this is all stupid and bullshit, kind of like Max from Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
And the Sleepy Hollow shit, but I think in that one, the horseman can't cross the bridge.
I feel like I've heard that legend before. The horseman can't cross the bridge.
I think I don't know if it's just the bridge or if it's the running water.
Maybe. But like he can't run across it because like there's something in a boundary of some kind that's keeping him from crossing the bridge.
So in the original Sleepy Hollow story, the legend, he cannot cross a bridge.
Okay. Is it the running water?
It just says in the legend, the Headless Horseman is unable to cross the bridge near the old Dutch church.
That makes sense. I definitely feel like I've heard that before, so.
Why can't the
Oh, he's
horseman cross
having
the
more
bridges?
flashbacks. Look, it's Cassius from the Volturi.
Yep.
Or Caius from the Volturi.
I mean, if we're going with the lore and rules of magic, like spirits can't cross running water
True.
because it's pure.
So little Ichabod is sneaking into his father's torture chamber and sees an Iron Maiden in it with his mom.
And sticks his hand on one of the other things, and out comes his mom just spewing blood.
Yeah.
This poor guy. Things I had forgotten. Yes, things your young self is called, PTSD.
It's called repressing the trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Your mind does that to protect you. Murdered by my father to save her soul. He was 7 when he lost his faith. I was, the servant girl ran away. Smart.
Yeah.
Or did you kill her?
Yeah.
The bustle on these dresses, man.
Honestly, I don't know how she fits through doorways.
I love how, like, Ichabod's brainstorming is hilarious. It's just an empty page, and he's just writing
the most trivial notes possible.
Right? Points to, question mark. Conspiracy, question mark.
5 to 4. Balto. I know that's not what it said, but...
Baltus. Baltus is the chief citizen? What does that mean? He's the oldest person in the village?
I mean, I guess.
So now we've got the family tree, which I didn't catch shit. Have you thought of something? Yes. I have an idea.
Let's go. Oh, look, Sir Goosey's ancestors.
We saw a bunch of geese. Sorry, not a bunch. We saw it's like big poofy geese at the pumpkin patch. And Jessica was like, yeah, Ani, go touch it. And Aaron just like, leave it alone. Oh, now we're at the notary. The oldest person here, I believe. The will leaves everything of a Van Garrett to his son, who died. Uh-oh, there's an envelope where the seal's been cracked.
Uh-oh.
Last will and testament. Van Garrett's new will before he died. Naming Emily Widow Winship. Okay. Van Garrett is leaving his will to the Widow Winship.
Probably because they were sleeping together. And
old Van Garrett secretly married the widow.
Yeah.
Right.
And they secretly married so that the child wouldn't be a bastard.
So the new will, like he says, stands between the Van Garrett fortune and the person who would have otherwise inherited everything. He's like, we were drawn against our will. Reverend knew about the marriage because he did it.
Performed the marriage.
Dr. Lancaster because he was a doctor. Magistrate, protection. Notary, conceal the documents. Makes sense. We did not know it was a murdering plot. Van Garrett's father and son slain by the horseman. Widow Winship, dead. Jonathan Masbeth. Oh, Mr. Masbeth was summoned as witness. The horseman came at the bidding of someone who had the power over him. Yes, who has his head? It'd
be really funny if it was the kid.
Why are you in your room? Because it's your room. That makes no sense. Was it wicked of me? Depends what you want to do in this room.
Yeah. Is it her? Because I'm leaning towards it's her.
No. Everyone thinks it's her.
Stepmother, maybe. She's creepy enough.
With that bustle?
Yeah. She could fit a couple heads in there. A spider.
It's just a tarantula.
It's a huge spider.
It's a tarantula.
The kid's like, you are such a coward, dude.
Oh, there's a pink pentagram under his bed. The evil eye is supposed to keep evil away.
Somebody's sneaking out of the house.
More like floating.
Yeah.
Looks like. Yes, let's follow this menacing floating figure.
Yeah, right? Doesn't that sound like a good idea?
Great idea.
Top 10 best ideas of all time. Find a mysterious figure and follow them into the woods.
Oh,
preferably
someone
when
is
you
having
don't
sex.
Oh.
It's Lady Van Tassel. And she's about to stab somebody.
Yep.
Oh no, herself. Cuts her hand. Her knife looks like it's like the fucking Elder Wand.
This is what Voldemort really looked like.
A woman. And he just goes away, things
The
be
kid's probably
missing.
thinking, like, "What did I get in?"
A lot. I mean, you live here, kid. You should know that.
Yeah.
Ichabod's like, your dad is the one that looks like he'd gain from everything.
Yeah.
Close. You're so close.
Yep. I like how he sees the wife committing, like, weird magical rituals or whatever, and he just doesn't consider her. She's like, you saw her performing witchcraft, and you're just like and having sex with somebody, and you're just like, "Okay, not gonna consider her for anything else."
No, it wasn't her. You saw this lady have sex and
Mhm.
cut herself in the
Mhm.
woods. And you're going to her asking why Katrina is not coming to see him? And she's like, I know you saw me cut my hand.
Yeah.
The way Johnny Depp portrays a level of uncomfort
Uncomfortable.
is beyond amazing. Someone's hanged himself.
Yeah. The notary by the sounds of it. Dumbledore's telling, Johnny, and just like, "You should just leave."
Yeah, some arrowroot flowers. I'm surprised. I'm sure you know where they grow.
Yeah.
After the number of times you've had to cut your hand. Oh, there's the horseman.
Yep.
And
Coming up right
the
behind.
reverend is gathering everybody into the church. Like that is
That
never a good idea.
well, that church does not look big enough to hold everyone.
No, no, he didn't. The horseman
Mm,
did not kill your stepmother.
wow. Running to
Agitated
the
theme
church.
playing.
Yeah, oh, yes.
Shooting him isn't gonna do anything. He's already dead.
Yeah, it was proven by the guy who got cut in half.
Mass chaos.
Where did all those people that ran in there go? Because there's not nearly as many people that were going in there as there are in this church.
The reverend's like, you're the one he wants. Get out there.
Uh-huh.
And Katrina just, his axe just melted. Katrina just goes on her knees and starts like, I think, drawing
Sigils by the looks
symbols.
of it. Even the kids shooting out the window.
You're just wasting bullets, man.
Mhm.
The undead cannot die.
Exactly. Oh,
Oh man, someone was gonna talk,
they're all killing each other.
and the Reverend fucking knocked him out. So he shot the Reverend.
It's like there's a
There's a
conspiracy
conspiracy,
here.
and I will seek it out. Oh
Mhm.
well, he's dead now. He got a fence post
Through the chest and then was
through the
yanked
window.
out of the church from the rope attached to the fence post.
Look at how smart the horseman is. He drags him out to where just his head is
Yeah,
outside the picket line. Like, that's smart.
that is really smart.
Katrina passes out.
Valid, to be fair, after everything that happened. There's a lot of dead people.
I'm telling you, when you gather everyone in the church with mad chaos, that's gonna happen. It's protection, you fool. Protection magic. The same one your mother used. Come on, use some of that PTSD to get that going.
It's like put the PTSD to work.
She's not dead, she's unconscious.
Yeah, relax, dude.
I pray that you find peace.
My life is over. So
Okay,
dramatic.
Romeo. She's breathing.
Yeah, she's totally fine. She fainted.
Look at all his little doodles of Katrina.
They look like tattoos, like
They
old school
do. And he's
classical
going to
style tattoos.
so you're gonna burn it all. Come on, man. People
Lord,
back then
you
were so
look
dramatic.
like you could have just torn out a couple pages. The whole book couldn't have been filled. Like, come on.
Now he's holding her compendium. Why don't you fucking read it? Like, see what's inside.
Yeah.
A strange sort of witch with a kind and loving heart.
Hmm.
I am beaten down by reason. Nope, nope. The kid's right. You are bewitched by it.
Yeah.
This poor kid.
He
He had a
spent
purpose
so
while,
much.
while Ichabod was around. Now he
Yeah.
doesn't.
And he's like, well, now what do I do? Live with the witch? Like,
Why is she sleeping in a corset?
yeah, honestly. I guess there's no other women in the house to help her out.
What
No
about when
one
she
who
needs to bathe?
Yeah, well, my thought was that, there were no women in the house to, like, undress her, so they just, like, took the outer dress off and left her and
Oh.
everything else.
Oh, we see Lady Van Tassel's dead body, or so we think.
Yeah.
Optical illusions.
Just spinning that thing over and over and over again.
His mom to him, okay? Now he'll the fucking book. For the protection of loved ones against evil spirits.
Like, to be honest, like, he tells the coachman to turn around just as they're leaving the town. The town's just not that big. You could have just gotten out.
Right? Just get up and walk. He just goes into the room and just starts banging open coffins. He's like, he sees the cut on the woman's hand. He's like, this cut was made after this woman was dead.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there she is.
It's a hell of a dress.
Man, people
He
pass out
passes
so
out a
easily.
lot.
Stole the man's carriage while he was mid piss. So we're gonna cut some of her hair.
Yep.
And now we're going to tell the horseman, this is your next target. There's his head.
Unholy horseman she summons.
How much you want to bet he's just like, stop fucking calling me?
Just like one night of sleep, please.
Kill your own damn enemies.
Right?
And now the villain tells the fucking long speech story.
Monologue time.
Yep. Oh, that was Sarah, the servant girl.
Hmm.
I wonder if it was like more modern times, if they'd be able to tell that it was between a sword decapitation and an axe decapitation.
Probably. And also, to decapitate someone in one swing is really, really hard to do.
It's true.
Especially one clean swing. Like, I'm willing to put it up, saying like a guy on horseback at full tilt is capable of swinging a big sword powerful enough to decapitate someone in one swing. But a woman, like at a dead stop, just standing there with an axe that isn't thicker than this woman's neck, no.
Fair. You want to guess which little girl she was?
The twig breaker.
Yep. You're what, 5?
Yeah.
You sold your soul to Satan?
At the age of 5.
So Katrina's parents were the landlords of that
Yeah.
cottage. What a goose. Alright.
Yeah, like I like how that's their insult. What a goose.
They all fucking slept with her.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
I
So
hope they
old.
paid that girl, the servant girl, a lot of money to be making out with that old dude.
Of course, she killed her own sister, who was the weaver.
Yeah.
You're just in time to have your head cut off.
Hmm.
She's insane. She's
Yeah.
literally insane.
Yep.
At the old windmill.
And here comes the horseman.
Watch your head. Mind your head. Sandbags. Yeah. It's not gonna hold him for long.
Not at all.
Like, I understand there's nowhere else to go but up is never the direction you want to go.
Yeah.
Because then you can't get down.
True.
Like, I'd hide under one of those, like, under all those sandbags.
Yeah. Same. I'd do something.
Like, they're not gonna notice that. They're gonna think, oh, they went to the top.
Yeah. Stop stopping and looking back. Just keep moving.
1 rung, 2 rung, 3 rung. And now the whole place is on fire.
Uh-huh. And really quite the show of use of gasoline.
Right? How the car just goes in one line.
When it lands, you can just see it land in a big puddle.
I don't think the flames will kill the Hessian either.
Probably not. Not without taking out the head too. There's also no reason that should, like, at all. There is nothing in there that's explosive, unless for some reason they were keeping all of the gunpowder for the town. And
Yeah, it's a windmill. They're not going to be keeping gunpowder in a windmill.
yeah,
Like, that thing would have gone up in flames like nothing. Yes. Explosion?
yeah, absolutely. Explosion? No,
Not
there's no
so
reason for it
much.
to explode.
Where are we going? Anywhere but here.
Literally, who cares? Let's just go.
Ah, a shootout. Well, never mind.
Uh-oh.
At least the bullets will deter him.
True. The force, at the very least, pushes him back.
And Ichabod gets thrown onto the horse.
Yeah.
The horseman's horse.
Backwards.
The horseman's like, I can't tell if he's stuck or if he's trying to get back onto the wagon.
Right.
And now Johnny's on the back of the wagon. The horseman's beating him.
Yeah, it's going faster.
Uh-oh.
Standing over you.
My bag. My leather bag.
It's just like, it'll definitely stop a mystical sword. Never underestimate the power of a good bag. What are you gonna do? Choke out a guy with no head?
Right? Ooh, there's so much going on. I would
Yeah.
probably not want to go on a carriage ride for a very long time.
No.
Into the woods. Again, supernatural creature, a carriage to the head is, well, the torso is not going to deter him.
I don't think I would. Like, I would have paused the horses just long enough to take the rigging and stuff off him, but I don't know if I'd gotten off of it.
I was about to say, where's the head? Oh, she's still around. Woof!
Oh, shot Johnny.
Right in the chest. Just holding her by the hair, like, here's your,
Yeah.
oh, he's not dead. Look at that. Literally, the book of spells kept him alive. Forget decorum. We're gonna knock this lady off the fucking horse.
Good.
And Katrina just fucking standing there, like, grab the skull.
Yeah. At least the kid does something.
The kid grabs one of the bleeding limbs and knocks her on the head.
Yeah.
Good job.
And Johnny grabs the skull.
He's like, I have your head.
Take your head back. And he puts the skull back. He doesn't have a neck, but he's got a skull. Now it's the
And
necklace horseman.
ligaments and veins and muscles grow over the skull. Because
Ugh.
that's supposed to happen.
For a
After
character that was like so steeped in like science and fact the way Johnny's was, he is now fully a believer of the occult.
death. I'd be if I saw a skull regenerate.
100%.
Now is not the time for romantiques.
No, you've got to deal with a horseman. I like how Katrina like stands in front of Johnny.
Like, at this point, I don't think I'd be afraid of the horseman. I'd probably be like, oh, he's probably so relieved.
Yeah.
Stop being called by the bitch who got him killed.
Exactly.
And guess what? She's still alive. And guess where she's going?
Oh yeah.
You're going to hell.
Bye, bitch. And the creepy tree is getting creepier.
She wakes up and she's like, oh shit.
And you're looking at the horseman. Kind of fucked up, didn't you?
Right? Oh, he kisses her. That's gross.
To death? Maybe.
With his
Yeah, I think
teeth.
he's eating her tongue.
Whatever
That's
works, man. She
disgusting.
deserves it.
And now they're riding through the road. There was no road. So again, like they were right there in the clearing. And they run into the dead tree.
And her hand just sticks out of it. I'm surprised it's not flipping anybody off.
Yeah, that would have been funny. Imagine getting the acting directions for that just for your hand. Like that's all anyone's going to see. The directional movements of your hand. And he's like, just make sure you hold your hand in this very specific position.
And curl your
Slowly curl
forefinger
it,
in ever so
slowly.
slowly. Oh, look, there's color now. And
Oh,
sunshine.
they took the Forks filter off.
Just
Just
in
in time for a
time
new century.
to the 1800s. All right.
They make it back to New York. She's wearing
A
Beetlejuice
Beetlejuice
outfit.
dress. I mean, it's a
And
Tim Burton film.
true.
Not surprised.
And now we are back in black and white. So we went from like sepia to black and white to Forks to sepia back to black and
Black and
white.
white.
Okay.
So 1800s New York is black and white. Got it.
Got it.
Got it.
Okay.
Thoughts?
I definitely haven't seen it before, but it's a good movie. Like it's definitely an interesting movie. I like that there was like enough mystery to it to like actually keep you paying attention to it and trying to like figure it out. I wasn't prepared for Johnny Depp to play a coward quite like that. But I thought
He
that
does
was
it
funny.
well.
Yeah, he does. It was really funny. And I like the fact that the guy was just super like squeamish and nervous and scared. I really like
Right?
him
Like, sir,
hiding
you are
behind
an
Katrina.
ME. You
Yeah,
are
like
a
I like him
medical
hiding.
examiner.
I like him hiding behind Katrina, just like I've exhausted everything I can do. Your turn. So I do like that. I thought it was a good movie overall. So there's a lot of people in it that I recognize, which I'm kind of surprised, but you know, it was good. Was this like a major movie at the time?
I want to say yes because it's Tim Burton.
That's fair. Probably like a major like Halloween movie and all that. So,
Probably.
but yeah, it was good. I'm glad at the end they took the kid with them. So,
Mhm.
you know, they didn't just leave him there. They took him with him, which is good. And yeah, I thought it was a good movie. It's definitely I think one of the like as a whole, I think it stands up a lot better than some of the other movies that we've watched cuz like some of them we watch are like good in like it has an interesting this or it has an interesting that, but like from a start to finish kind of thing. But this one like the setting looked cool and good. There was no like overly ridiculous looking CGI. You can tell that things were actually like made rather than just trying to use terrible 1990s like CGI and stuff like that. The plot was good too. The acting was fine too. So, you know, I thought it was good. It was a solid movie overall. So,
Good. I'm
yeah.
glad.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was a good movie and a good addition to our spooky month series. So, You guys can stay tuned over the next couple weeks. We have a few more reviews
More spooky
planned,
things.
and potentially a spooky version of Smash or Pass. So
we say potentially because life has gotten in the way, and if we don't make a PowerPoint, then we will just watch another movie.
fair. I have started the PowerPoint though,
Okay.
so I haven't had added any creatures to it yet, but I shall. I need a list. So
Okay.
send me some recommendations.
I will send you some monsters and cryptids.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you guys come check us out on social media. You can find us at the Sorry Not Sorry Generation on Instagram. You can also find the link there to our website and to a whole bunch of other stuff. And yeah, you guys listen to this anywhere and everywhere because we're pretty much on
Literally anywhere and everywhere.
all podcast platforms. So check us out. Come say hi on Instagram. Leave us a comment. You can even tell us what kind of reviews or other content you'd like to see from us in the future. So come say hello and throw us your recommendations because we're getting closer and closer towards the end of the year. So next year we can always try new things. If you guys have new recommendations for anything, if you want to see more of certain types of content from us, we're always open to recommendations. Like last year we did the like the midnight release for like Iron Flame. Do you want to see like Onyx Storm comes out next year? Do you guys want to see stuff for that? Like, do you want to see like more short form content? Do you want to see more YouTube content the way we did before with like the short like Red versus Blue and the Numa stuff? Do you want to see
We
video
need to
content?
watch. No. We need to watch Has-Been Hotel.
True. Has-Been Hotel
This
is
Hell of
very
a
good.
Boss is one of our biggest ones.
We need to check that out and we'll see how that goes. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Tune in next week for more fuckery because we have some serious questions and concerns.